Hey, now you listen to K9 101, the DOG, home of the blues. We're gonna play some blues and get you all sad and blues. You gotta be sad, you gotta feel the music. Lean back there, take it easy, and have a listen. Turn that racket off, Duck. I told you no music in the truck, except maybe when you sing. Or try to sing, whatever. But turn that off. Okay, thank you, Duck. Yeah, you are. You're allowed to watch out for deers and stumps and all that kind of stuff. And talk. You feeling a little blued up. Boy, there went that chick on that motorcycle. Yeah, I reckon they ain't got one with a man riding around here, just all chicks, but that's alright. I miss that old motorcycle. I'm gonna get out and ride mine someday. I'm gonna go it this year. And usually I ride thousands of miles. Alright, Duck. Let's get through the rest of this low where it goes, get the money in the bank. Antenna on my head. Oh, whoa, that's where I got my camera mounted there, where I look. If I look your way, I see your way. If I look the other way, I see the other way.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that is. But, if Andrew T-Rex is watching, that's the track RI I'm using. Track IR 5, whatever. I move my head a little more than I need to, show you around the top of the truck and the floor and all that, but right there it's looking pretty good, but sometimes I move around a little bit too much and it shakes a little. I guess it's doing fine, really, though. It looks good there. And that's what the antenna on my head is, Mr. Duck. I really like the looks of this truck outside with that matching trailer. Truck's remodeled by David Hesner, skinned by Freddie Jimmick, and the trailer was made for a different truck, but it matches this one. Was skinned by David Hesner, and the truck's really nice. Like I told you before, it shows you the speed in the center there, the dash, and gear position, and all that stuff. So when you shift the gears and fumbling around with your gear shift, you look down there and say, oh, what am I doing in that gear? Why ain't I in the lower gear? That kind of stuff, you know. And when you shift from like 13 to first, and you say, well, I'm not ordinary there. That's when you accidentally push a button when you're not supposed to. I do that sometimes. nice looking view from up here, coming down with my little view of that old engine exhaust there and a little bit of brake, maybe a little downshift. And try not to let this thing get away from us. We're hauling 22 or 24 tons, I think. Not too big, but that's a pretty good size load. What's that, duck? Man, was that little white duck named Ruby or something? Well, you been singing Ruby a lot. Oh, yeah. I don't know, duck. Now that's bad, duck. Look, I let you throw the finishing part in there. Man, you're one crazy duck, you know that? You must just sit around and listen to country music, don't you? You do? People out there watching, have you ever drove through a bank drive-through and wonder how come they got Braille on the teller machine there when you pull up? Oh, and Braille now on right there where you can drive up and reach out and feel it around and see what buttons what. What's it for, though? Yeah, I thought that's what it was for, but it's strange. Might start using my track hour a little more often there. A minute ago when I leaned up, I was just leaning forward looking at the dash. And I'm just moving around looking up at the ceiling and stuff. But sometimes when you take a drink of your ice cold iced tea, like they do over there in Wobbly Captain's neighborhood, you look up and you're sitting there looking at the ceiling. I drove about a 150-mile trip today in my van, and I drive it about like I drove my truck. I had to make a trip to Lexington, Kentucky and back. But the wife, she says they're scared to death. And when she drives, I sit there scared to death. I took a fake picture of me with a scream on my face when I went to Florida and back. And it looked like I was terrified. I wrote on it, I said, this is what you look like when you've got no steering wheel or brake. I thought that was funny. I think a lot of stuff's funny though. Motorcycle I've got 2005 Roadstar 1700 cc's, 102 cubic inch engine. I think it'll run from like 0 to 80 in like 7 seconds or something, if you want to try that. But it's fun to ride. Me and the wife used to ride it in different states. We'd ride to a different state to eat. Just about doing stuff. Something, if people that lived in the United States here or whatever, wherever you're at, if you've never seen the Blue Ridge Parkway in Kentucky or in the United States, it's not in Kentucky. Everybody needs to see that at least once. It starts in Cherokee, South Carolina, I think, and goes 300 or 400, 500 miles before it switches to Skyline Highway. Then it goes on into Maine. And the thing about it is, it's not a parkway at all. It's a 2-lane highway, 35 mile an hour, speed limiter 40, zigzagging on the top of the ridge, and going through little tunnels, one right after the other, and it's a park. The whole thing is a park where you can pull over and park. They don't allow no commercial vehicles on it, no billboards, no signs, except, you know, a route number sign when you get off the road. And the thing about it is, you can go on it, and you have to have a little map with you to show you which little road to get off to go down and get gas or something, because there's no gas stations, no Walmart. When you're on it, it's like you step back in time. And the elevation on it runs anywhere from 2,000 to 6,000 feet. Most of it's around 4,000 to 6,000 feet. You can go up there in the summertime when it's 100 degrees down here around 1,000-foot level, and it'll be 75 or 80 up there, and you'll freeze on your back. But that's a place everybody needs to see if they want to feel like they step back in time. Because all the guardrails are made out of rocks. They all rock walls. They done it during the Depression just to put people to work. You can look it up on the internet, the Blue Ridge Parkway. It runs all the way from Cherokee, South Carolina, then changes Skyline Parkway into Maine. That's enough of that, I guess. History. Yeah, I remember when I took you around that motorcycle. You were screaming like a little girl, Doug.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
I almost fell off.
You can't foul off. It's got a big backrest.
I almost fell off, damn it. What does that?
I don't know, Doug. Seems like I hear some kind of little music in the background or something. The game's playing, must be getting almost late or something. I might not be hearing it, seems like it. Yeah, me too. This has been a fun trip, Doug. It's a shame they call it work, ain't it? Yeah, I know it's too easy. You have a hard time saying some stuff, don't you? I'll take you another motorcycle ride this evening, Doug. Yeah, I will. Just throw you on there and strap a belt to you in the backrest. Whatever you say, Doug. Whatever you say. thought I turned into the wrong place there a minute ago. Look pretty tight here. We can get through though. It don't matter if we've laid duck, we don't need the money. It might hurt my driving rating though, but I don't think so, it might. I don't know what it takes to get them to drop your driver's rating. But so far it's been going up. I guess if a man messes up about 700 times, boy, ain't that a nice looking trailer sitting there. And we're gonna pull her over here and there'll be another video done. At the end here I might put a picture of my back at the end of this. Maybe, I'll see. But we're gonna get out here to take a picture of the truck and say goodbye to y'all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed a few minutes of it. And tell your friends about it and comment, and share, and like, and all that stuff you do, subscribe, and all that internet stuff. This is a rusty truck. See you next time.